All right, let's dive into example number 3. The Sunscreen Company, LLC, sells and installs window film for automobiles. Sarah Miller manages one sunscreen shop. She reports that during the past week, her shop applied film to 19 autos. It charges $179.99 for a four-door sedan and $149.99 for a two-door coupe. Sarah reports that $3,209.81 in total receipts have been collected. In that week, how many A, four-door sedans, and B, two-door coupes had been serviced? Okay, so let's kind of decipher with what we got here. We had 19 autos altogether. We know that she charges $199 for a four-door. Sorry, $179 and $149 for a two-door. Okay? And we also know that she collected this $3,209.81. So we have two things going on here. We not only have just a car, like a two-door car, but we have a four-door car as well, okay? We know that the total number of automobiles is 19. So let's do it this way. We'll let X represent four-door cars. We'll let Y represent the number of two-door vehicles. We know altogether she serviced 19. So I know that X plus Y equals 19. Then I know that she charges $179.99 for a four-door car. So we've got $179.99 X, because those are my four doors, right? Plus whatever she charges for the two doors, which is $149.99. And this is going to be equal, I should have put the Y, because that's the number of two-door cars that we have, right? And this is going to be equal to that $3,209.81. All right. Well, here's a problem. We have an X and a Y in both equations, and that's not helpful. So what I'm actually going to do is for this first equation, we'll call this equation number 1 and equation number 2. For equation number 1, I'm going to solve for Y. So solve for Y. Now, if I solve for Y, what do I do with that X? I subtract it from both sides. So we have an equation that says Y equals 19 minus X, because we subtracted X from both sides. Now what I have is I have an equation set for Y, and I have an equation that sets, I have X and Y on the same side. What I'm going to do is substitute. I'm going to plug this in right there. So we're going to do some substitution. So we've got $179.99 for each X four-door car, right? And now we've got $149.99 being multiplied to 19 minus X, because that's what I'm plugging in for the Y. I'm replacing Y with this. But remember, Y is getting multiplied to this $149.99. So I have to put we'll put the parentheses on there so we can do the distributive property. So we got $3,209.81, right? So now we're going to do some math here. What's $149.99 times 19? 149.99 times 19. Ooh, that's a big number. I'm going to bring down this 179.99x. I'm going to add this $2,849.81. Now, $149.99 times a negative x is going to be minus $149.99 x. And this all equals this $3,209.81. Well, we're getting somewhere, I think. Hopefully. We'll see. All right. I want to do some combining of like terms. I've got a set of x's on this side, and then I have a constant and another one. So we're going to move that. So the first thing I'm going to do is do the 179.99 and subtract the 149.99. That gives me 30x. I'm also going to do another step in the same moment. I want to move this 2,849.81 to the right-hand side of my equation. So how would I move that? Add or subtract? Right, subtract. So we're going to take 3209.81 and we're going to subtract $2,849.81. That gives me 360. How do I solve for x? Divide by 30. So x equals, well, 360 divided by 30 is 12. Now remember, x represented my four-door cars, right? So that means that we have 12 sedans. Now, I'm going to use this other equation. Remember equation 1 that we went and rewrote earlier, where it said y equals 19 minus x? And I'm going to use it to find out what y is, because this was a two-part question. The answer to A was 12. But we got to find the answer to B. So we have to know how many two-door cars we had. All right, let's take a look. We're going to do y equals 19 minus x, which we know to be 12 now. So y equals 7 coupes. So we got 12 sedans, 7 coupes. Let's take a look. Oops, sorry, I must have printed it on another sheet of paper. Oh, there it is. See it now. On the top of the back of your paper, you should see 2 try these on your own. I'm going to go ahead and give you about a 10-minute time limit to decipher and work through all that math on these 2 problems. Go ahead, pause your video now, take about 10 minutes. All right, the answers to questions 5 and 6 have now been provided for you. On to the wrap up with your vocabulary. Good luck.